Hello, 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 you cheeky criminals. I am here in Singapore with Merle. We only have a couple days here, but I figured, while we're here, why not give you guys a little holiday delight? I got my nails red for Christmas and for Singapore, and I figured why not do a little one-off video while we're here in Singapore by paying a little visit to the so-called most dangerous neighborhood in Singapore.
I find it hard to believe there is a dangerous neighborhood in Singapore.
I found that hard to believe as well, especially considering Singapore's reputation for safety. But in my research, Yishun was the name that kept popping up, with locals even jokingly calling it the Florida of Singapore. Yishun has been home to drug syndicates, an infamous triple murder, and there was, and you're gonna hate to hear this, during this trip she keeps saying to me, I don't see very many strays around. I wonder what happens to the strays. Well, apparently a few years ago, there was a spate of cat killings here in Yishun, where an unsettling amount of cats were found, not just like dead, but like they were slit open.
Oh my God.
And not great stuff.
What? Did they find the person who did it?
They never found the person who did it. And on top of that, other strange stuff was apparently here in Yishun, there was a man that was going around door to door, knocking on people's doors and asking people for their children.
Well, thanks for bringing me here.
I think there's a lot more than meets the eye.
I'm excited to explore too. It's just funny, he doesn't tell me any of these things until we get dropped off. I'm sure people are much more than the stories, the heinous stories people tell. I mean, if people talked about all the heinous things that happened in Hollywood, nobody would ever visit there.
So come with us as we explore the real Yishun.
And we catch the cat killer too.
Yes, that'd be nice. To ensure we get an authentic experience, we're meeting up with Wesley, an Yishun local who had responded to an Instagram story I had posted attempting to find a guide. We're now here with the legend himself, Wesley. Wesley, thank you so much again for being here and taking us around. Your neighborhood is your home.
It's my home.
How do you say it?
Yishun.
Yishun, so you don't pronounce the Y.
Yeah, so the Y is silent.
So what is the reputation that Yishun has?
A lot of people call this town the ghetto town of Singapore. Every time they hear like, oh, where are you from? I'm from Yishun, and then I have to feel like, oh, don't worry, I'm not crazy or anything. I always have to like give them a disclaimer, like I'm not crazy. Like Yishun is fine, Yishun is fine. And then they always give me that look, like, hey, you're from Yishun. You have cat killers in your area. I'm like,
I told her about that.
Yeah.
There really was a cat killer.
See,
here?
that is that one I can't deny. But
I'm only upset that the person was never caught.
oh no, they were.
Ah!
Yes. I mean, I don't see the news, but that's what my mom. This town's reputation is so popular in Singapore that they even made a horror trailer based on this town. It's on YouTube.
What do you feel about the reputation?
I've lived here my entire life. I don't think all of the things they've said is true. I actually like this town. It used to be a very quiet town. It's very peaceful, very serene. We're walking towards the bus stop, and we're going to take the bus to Chong Pang.
Chongpang, so that's a part of Yishun.
Yeah, that's a group of housing estate in the west side of Yishun.
Do you feel ever in danger walking? Like when you hear of a bad neighborhood, at least when I think of the ones that I've been told about, you think, okay, it's probably not a safe place to be around at night. But
I've gone home a lot of times from here, back home, which is I live in Yishun East, and I walk home alone, no issues. I could be like out at like 3 a.m. I'm not scared.
I cannot relate to that in LA at all.
no, but yeah, even me.
Nobody would stop you and like catcall you or anything like that. No, Singaporeans mind their own business. It's like they just like, okay, I have my AirPods on and just walk.
Oh, that's my dream. I
That's
hate
Aria's
yeah, just everyone do your own thing.
But actually, we're pretty close. It's just like one more stop. If you guys don't mind walking.
Oh, I don't mind walking at all.
Our dear president, Madam Halimah Yacob, she's also a Yishun resident.
Oh, you have a female
Yeah, we have a
president?
female president.
I didn't know that. Another point for Singapore.
Also a minority. Her HDB apartment is a combination of two apartments together because she married her neighbor.
Oh my God.
And they got married and then
What's the term you use? HPD. So can you explain what that is?
HDB, it's a housing development board. So all these are HDB apartments.
Oh, interesting. So what public housing? Is that
Yeah.
public housing?
Yeah,
Public
that's right,
housing.
yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
that we have- I'm not sure that there's a relation with her being president and like there's upgrading works after, but I realized a lot of upgrading works are being done here, and
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she help out her home neighborhood, I guess? When I think of public housing, like in the U.S., there have been so many terrible public housing projects in the U.S. And then, but I look at some of these, I mean, like, this is so nice apartments.
It's like beautifully, brightly colored.
Every few years they would repaint the whole estate.
Oh, it looks like it.
Yeah.
That's what's so fascinating to me already. We haven't really even explored much of Yishun, but the fact that this is considered, perhaps the most dangerous or the worst
gosh.
neighborhood here. I mean, like, I guess Singapore standards are just so high. That's what it is. It's basically what I feel like it is.
It's so clean, and look at the trees. It's like Beverly Hills.
Just because people say it's a weird town, a lot of weird things happen here. I can list all of the weird things that happen here, but none of that could take that away from me.
Yeah.
Where I grew up. We have this thing called the community centers or the community club. It's where people, the community just come together and like they learn new things together. They do sports, they do art. So this is where the iconic community club was, but it's no longer here now because they're building something else here. They call it the integrated development. There's gonna be like new hawker centers here. There's gonna be like 3 swimming pools for the community. There's gonna be a lot of shops here as well.
With all the improvements, do you feel like there's a concern about, gentrification kind of, or losing some of that, the history and culture and the community here?
Personally, I think I do have a little bit of fear of that, but it can't be all that bad, I guess. I think if it serves the community, I think if it's good for the people, I think I support it 100%.
What's happening over here?
Oh,
Some sort of party.
right. So I think this is like, they have a seniors night celebration.
A seniors night celebration?
I think it's organized by the community.
Wow, you see? I love the elderly. And I
Yeah,
love
she
that.
wants to go.
I want to go pay a little visit.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, let's go have a look.
Yeah. You can have see.
Ah! We're gonna mask up before, seeing the elderly.
Yeah.
We're wearing our masks because we're going to senior night, senior celebration night. It warms my heart because we're doing something for the seniors in the community, and also it's outside where like people can drop in and hang out and chat, and I just think that's really nice. And normalize getting old because it's gonna happen to all of us, kiddos.
They had like community events, like they came together and like planted a lot of like trees here, like a lot of plantations. You can take a look. We're all
This is
planted
an
by the people here.
Monstera ondansani. Me too.
Yeah,
They're so
right?
pretty. There's not even anybody up
Starts at
there.
7. It starts at 7.
Oh, bummer. This is what I just want to do when I'm older. Come hang out, do stuff together. I feel like a lot of times, like seniors in the U.S. are like hidden away. In like retirement homes here, it's like let's bring them outside and
Like for
sing and
us
dance.
Singaporeans, most of us, we would rather live with our parents until we're old. If we could get now, I think these days they have this HDB apartments where you can have 2 generations living in one. So they would have like 2 master bedrooms, so one for your parents, one for yourself and your like spouse.
That's amazing.
And the other rooms for the kids.
I know.
Singapore, ahead of the curve in many ways.
Leading by example.
Really. Maybe tonight you'll give them a little show, Merle. Merle's gonna hop up there and sing.
If I have a couple drinks, I would definitely, whether I'm asked or not.
So what exactly happened with the cat killing?
My mom told me like the cat killers were caught and all that.
How many cats did they find that were killed?
I'm not really sure, but there was
I
one.
read 17 online.
Okay, I was thinking hundreds, but that's still very bad.
Yeah.
You know like how like apartments have like these car parks, and mine has that too. And like there's this stray cat in my area. She's so smart. She's so cute, and she's very chubby and all. Like every time we like celebrate Hari Raya, she would come over to my place. I think she smells the rendang beef, and she'd be like stuck at the gate, and we were like, oh, there's a cat. Like, oh, it's her again, And then like suddenly we don't hear anything about her, and I was in school. My mom called me. She's like, that white cat that always comes over? She got axed at the car park, and I was like, what? No way! And we always assumed that it was a boy cat, but it turns out that she was pregnant at the time. So like it was like the insides were all over the place, and we were like super sad about it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We were so upset. We were like, oh, every single time we look at the car park, we just like, oh my god. And we had to pass through the car park to get to the bus stop. So it's like, oh, it's so sad. I was so upset about it.
Oh my god.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
That's
it's
horrifying.
like it's a community cat. Everybody knows the cat. Like the cat would take the lift with you up to your like floor and all that.
Wow.
Sad.
So sad.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Like you said, I mean, like that was quite a sentence you used, that her insides were everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, she was pregnant.
I'm glad it's done now, but at the time it's scary because whoever was doing this, like they say that killing animals is a first step for serial killers.
Wow, you were close to the cat killer. You were like part of the
you
story.
were one.
I was
you
in
were one.
school.
You were burying the lead. You're like part of the story.
You knew a cat that was a victim.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Oh, hello. He's waving.
You know
at me.
him?
No.
Oh my god.
Some friendly man in the car just waved at me. Come on. How can anyone say this is a bad neighborhood?
Oh my my gosh, is that soursop? It is.
Soursop, yeah.
I've been trying to find this in LA forever for a video I want to do, and I can't find it anywhere.
Everywhere here. And the uncles are so nice. You can bargain sometimes.
I love that you call everyone uncle and auntie.
Yeah.
That adds to the community feel so much.
And it's like uncle, auntie, makcik, pakcik.
Is it basically everyone who's an elder?
Yeah, elders. If they're like, you know, slightly older than you, but like around your age, they'll say like, oh, koko. Ask koko, ask koko. Koko. Ask Jie Jie is like older sister in Chinese.
Aww.
Koko is like older brother in Chinese as well. Abang is like for older brother in Malay, and then like kakak for sister.
Did you have that?
I don't think we ever had that. What was this?
Reminds me of
It's
paper
like
candy.
M&M's. Kids love this.
Is there
It's
an
like
equivalent of
M&Ms.
like a sexy green M&M of this one?
I know. I never go wrong.
We found some boba.
Yeah, and they have soy milk. That's how it is.
To Wesley. Yeah.
Yes, to Wesley.
And to Yishun.
And to Yishun, yes, exactly. And to your poor cat that was killed by the cat.
Rest in peace. I forgot the name. For sure.
Wow.
The journey continues.
Pretty wholesome evening for the most
I will
dangerous to be.
truly. I mean, of all the dangerous places I've been to for these videos, of which there have only been 2 so far, one hasn't been released yet. And this is, I mean, I have not felt at risk at all. Where are we right now? What are we doing?
We're in one of the most famous hawker centers in Yishun, the Chongpang Hawker Center and Wet Market. It's a Sunday, people want to go out and eat with their family, bond, and this is where they go.
We were just about to get up and go get our food, and Wesley says he's just going to leave his bag here while we go get food.
It gives me so much anxiety, I can't even say.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, really. You can even leave your bag at McDonald's and nobody will touch it. I swear to God. In the library, nobody would even take care of your things.
I wouldn't even do that in like Beverly Hills.
No,
You know?
I
You
keep the
know?
people Beverly Hills left.
Yeah, it's
I would
amazing.
only do that. I would only dare to do this here in Singapore. If I'm back in Indonesia, I wouldn't.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because there are cameras everywhere, or is it just like cultural thing?
I
Like,
think the percentage of people like more poverty is so low. Even if they are poor, there's no like desire to like, oh, I'm gonna get that, because people just don't. Growing up, we were taught with our different religions that, you know, stealing is wrong and all that, and then like, you know, the consequences are gonna be very troublesome for the people who, you know, because it's so easy to catch them. Like CCTVs are everywhere.
Wesley put his bag here to basically claim it.
Claim it, yeah.
And we're just gonna
call
leave it.
Chop their place. Usually people will leave tissues because people are sick and something like that.
I leave my bag with my passport and everything. Just kidding.
You want to do a test?
Huh?
You want to test it?
My passport?
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't say it so loud.
My wallet. And I'm also yelling that.
I trust the Singaporeans.
I love how you're like blaming it on him.
I'm putting it up there because I'm looking for validation from him to say that it's okay for you to do this.
I trust that it's no one's gonna think that's like,
Yeah.
You see, that's a CCTV like right there. And right there as well.
Yeah, there's one right behind him there. There's one right there
And
too.
there's another one right there.
Yeah, I think you're good. Let's do it. Let's test the so-called most dangerous neighborhood in Singapore as far as leaving stuff.
Okay, my phone and my wallet.
All right, let's go.
Can I have the 5 pork, 5 chicken, 5 mutton, and then 1 ketupat? Is it got the onion also, right?
We're right now in line, and Merle's marveling at the fact that no one touched her
It's
bag.
crazy, no one's even looking at my bag. I can see it. It's far enough away that someone could just take it and run away. And nobody's even paying attention to it. Except for an older gentleman who watched me leave it there and just looked at me and looked at the bag and then looked at me again. Like he was like, you know, are you trying to attract trouble for no reason? The answer was yes. But otherwise, everyone's just leaving it be. And sure enough, my bag is still there. Are my things in it?
Let's see.
Wallet? Everything is here. That's insane. We just walked around the entire building. We walked around the whole entire place. I don't know any of these people. And I said wallet multiple times out loud. So,
And his Converse bag is still here.
yeah.
And I don't think anyone's taking any sips of your drinks.
No.
That's what I'd be most afraid of. Somebody getting their
I mean, in
drinks.
the US, you're afraid of people putting stuff in your drinks. But I left my water bottle here. This is the most dangerous city in Singapore. Trust it more than a mall in LA.
It's here.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I know, we have a feast.
Wesley has just brought some satay that he made himself in the back.
That is delicious. Oh my god. Singapore has been very surprisingly accommodating for vegans and vegetarians, which I appreciate because I don't feel like I'm losing out on the cultural experience of eating here. Delicious.
This is the kambing soup. I always get the kambing soup because it's like our comfort food. It's like a burst of flavors in one bowl. Hawker Center is a place in Singapore where a lot of people come together to meet each other, bond, eat. Hawker centers, they're strategically placed in like community areas. It's also a source of income for a lot of people, a lot of families, right? And this is also one of the best places to introduce like local food, traditional food. It's places where the elders and also the youngsters can come together and they can bond and eat. The food that they sell here, it screams home. This hawker center, this specific one in Chong Pang, is one of the oldest. So a lot of people, maybe when they were younger, they came here to eat. I think they've definitely forged a lot of bonded relationships with their family members, with friends especially. Food can be expensive elsewhere. So this is one of the options where they can come and, they can just chit chat. Singaporeans love to like hang out and like, we call it lepak, which is like just to like sit down, talk. They can stay as long as they like. They're building this integrated development building thing, the one that we saw earlier. So they're moving the hawker center there. I'm a bit sad because I really like the experience here. It's the heat, it's the smoke and the smell, everything. Everything reminds me of home. I don't know how it's going to be like in the future, but while this is still here, I think we'll just like appreciate.
Hello.
Enjoying.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are doing promotion?
Oh yes. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Singaporean? Itu Singaporean tapos lah. American.
Yes. We're so happy to be here in Yishun, our first time.
Oh, first time.
Do you live here in Yishun?
Yes, I live in Yishun.
Oh, you love the city here.
If I don't love it, I also have to stay here. It's true, right?
It's true.
It's true, right?
Okay,
I know where to go, huh?
Yishun okay or not?
Okay lah, I know where to go, ma. Then I go where? Oh, already no.
Oh,
70 plus. Already.
you are not 70 plus.
I'm 70. My son already 50.
Would you like anything?
No, thank you. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, very friendly. So cute.
I love them. I want them to come hang out with us.
We're walking back right now. Senior night is in full swing.
随着音乐摆悠扬，cha cha cha rock and roll，越疯狂越是美妙。你无法自由自在逍遥，你无法快快欢笑，享受这快乐周末好时光。明天礼拜再睡觉，明天礼拜再睡觉，明天礼拜再睡觉。
I may sometimes be a bit of a chaotic criminal, but let me tell you something. The elderly, they know how to get to me, and it's warmed my heart so much, to see this, to see how happy they are, and to see what this community does here in Yishun. Wesley has even said that there are some mental health non-profit groups here handing out pamphlets because they do work supporting the elderly that suffer from dementia, warming my heart just in time for Christmas.
I mean, I just think it's incredible that they offer this as a resource for older people. So this is just really nice and heartwarming.
A lot of times the seniors in the day, they don't have many people to talk to because their children, grandchildren are out working, studying. So they're just at home alone. So I think these events are amazing for them to find a reason to go out and meet friends and like enjoy themselves. 你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。
This city is incredible. This town's incredible. And it feels safe. It really does feel safe. Whenever I hear people say like, oh, Singapore is such a safe place to live, I was kind of like, okay, but how safe can a city actually be? But it feels pretty damn safe. And this is the most dangerous town city in Singapore.
Right now we are headed to our final stop of this
wonderful day that you've taken us on. Where are we going?
So right now we're heading toward Orto. It's a private leisure business. This used to be Khatib Bottle Tree Park. All of this is probably going to be gone soon because they're clearing it out to make way for HDB apartments. This is one of the most interesting place to come to Yishun for, you know. Like there's water, people prawn here, there's like place to eat. It's a very fun place to have like family bonding time. Like, you know, in Yishun, you know, you don't have to go out at Yishun to like do all these things. This gone. What else do we have left?
So for the last stop of the night, you took us to the saddest stop of the night.
Yeah. To put it simply, I think Yishun is home to me. The people I've made connections with here, my friends, my family, those that are still with me, those that have moved on. I've had so many bad, good memories here in Yishun. And I think those are the things that define myself, my identity. And also, these are the things that makes me feel like, oh, this Yishun is my home. This is where it all happens. Yishun might not be as comparable to other towns, but it's the little simplest things here that you can find. People smiling, eating, bonding with their family. I think that's the little things that Yishun has to offer. Like the stories that we have here, I think they're equally as beautiful as what other towns have. Yishun is a very beautiful town, and I'm very proud to say that I am from Yishun.
What can I say? Thank you so. Well, wait. I was going to
what is that?
I want a hug. Oh my gosh, what a time it's been here in Singapore. We've been here with Wesley for hours. I'm sorry I've kept you
I know.
for hours.
No, it's fine.
It's late now.
We kidnapped you.
we did kidnap you. We are the scariest things in Yishun.
Yeah, let's be honest.
But we really appreciate it. I mean, honestly, it's been incredible getting to know the city with someone like you. You've been so knowledgeable, so kind, and I hope that you all watching this learned as much as we did and appreciate Yishun. Yeah, I hope you appreciate Yishun as much as we do. And if you ever visit Singapore, make it a point to stop here. I'll leave Wesley's address down below so you can knock on his door, pay him a visit. He'll show you.
Any questions? Ask me.
And of course, it is the holidays, so happy holidays, everyone.
holidays.
Thank you for all the support with all the travel adventures this year. We've got many more coming next year, but I appreciate you all. In the meantime, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Patreon will fly about somewhere above there. Make sure to check out Merle's channel. Her link will be down below. And make sure to pay Wesley a visit here in Yishun if you're ever here in this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, which is certainly not the most dangerous neighborhood in Singapore.
You're all welcome.
Kisses. Everyone blow kisses. You guys want to sing a Christmas carol? God rest you, merry gentlemen, may nothing you dismay. No, that's good for King Wenceslas.
Oh, what the hell's that then?